Welcome to Module 1, Part 4.
Routers. Look at this picture. This is the interface of a router. It has a power source and you can put the power on off button. And here, if you remove these two, you can remove this particular portion and you can put another card there. So this is the modular router. And you have other interfaces like this. And this device is required, the router. And the router is required to establish communication between two different networks. This is the 10 network and this is the 50 network, and the 10 network and 50 network both connected to the router, and routing must happen here or packet forwarding must happen here. Only then these two networks will be able to communicate. So router is a device which is working at the layer 3 of the OSI model that is required to establish communication between two or more different networks. Routers are devices at the layer 3 of the OSI model. They route the packet from one network to another. This is one network, this is another network. The router routes the packet. Routing, otherwise known as packet forwarding, has to happen to establish communication between two or more different networks. Switches. The switch is a common device used in a LAN for connecting many systems. You can connect many systems here. All this different port number. There will be port number 1, port number 2, port number 3, port number 4. Like that, you have 24 port numbers. It's a 24 port switch. Switches can create VLANs. VLAN is a separate concept. We need to understand what is VLANs. L2 switches do not have routing capability while L3 have. L2 and L3, layer 2 and layer 3. Layer 2 device will never have the routing capability, but a layer 3 device will have the routing capability. These are examples of network intrusions. System intrusion, that's the host level. Sudden changes in the log, as short or incomplete log. Unusually slow system becomes very slow. Missing log or log, people can delete, the attacker can delete the logs. Let's say here in we have a port here, and there is one system, or there are another systems connected here, there is another system connected here, and this can be for the sales department. This can be, say, VLAN 10. I say this is VLAN 10. So VLAN 10 belongs to the sales department. Now any system connected to this particular switch must belong to the same network only. This can be in the same network. It cannot be a different network because the switches are designed like that. All these systems must belong to a single network. If you give the IP address 10.0.0.10 for a machine here which is connected to port number 1, that means every system must belong to 10. And can we have these three are 10 networks and this is 20 networks and this belongs to say for example 30 network. Is that possible in connecting to a single switch? Yes, it is possible, provided you need to create VLAN 10 for these two, VLAN 20 for these two systems, VLAN 30 for 30 or 40 different VLAN numbers are. So you need to create different VLAN for these systems. That means using a single switch, you can connect multiple VLANs. VLANs are nothing but virtual LANs. Once you create the VLANs, utilizing one switch, you can have three different departments. So the VLAN 10 sales department, VLAN 20 for the accounts department, VLAN 30 can be for the production department. So in order to save the much needed resources here, you can create VLANs in the local network. Defense in depth. Layers of defense mechanism, that is what defense in depth. Multiple safeguards or controls reduce risk. See, there is a perimeter. If you come inside the organization, still you will touch the network. Still, if you come inside, you will have the system. Still, if you come inside, the system will have the application. Inside that, you will have the data. So any hacker which has to touch the data has to come out through all these layers. And if you can provide some security here, then at the perimeter, we can have a firewall to provide the security. At the network level, we have NIDS and DMZ. DMZ is nothing but demilitarized zone. It is an extension of your own network. Host means endpoint security. Application endpoint security, you can have antivirus, anti-malware, or personal firewalls, anything you can put on a system that is host level. Application level security can have a WAF, web application firewall, and data can be secured by encryption, decryption, and hashing. So by cryptographic methods, you can save the data. This is what is defense in depth. Defense in depth is nothing but layers of defense. Let's take up this concept challenge. There will be 5 questions, and after reading the question, you'll have to answer it. Question number 1. Routers, switches, workstations process the personnel collectively known as. What is the collective name? Information assets. Question number 2. Confidentiality, integrity, and availability is known as confidentiality, integrity, and availability is known as CIA triad. Question number 3. IDS that operate on a single workstation. IDS that operate on a single workstation is known as HIDS, host-based intrusion detection system. Question number 4. It examines all packet entering or leaving the perimeter and blocks that are not permitted. What is that device? It examines all the packet from entering and leaving the perimeter. It's firewall. Question number 5. Layers of defense mechanism. The layers of defense mechanism is known as defense in depth. Thank you for watching. Let's move on to module 2.